I wanted to show you how to manage your settings in Google Classroom. So I'm here and I'm checking on that I'm logged in correctly because I can see the domain right here. Teachers, you can show this to your students as well so that they can keep up to date on notifications for your Google Classrooms as well. So it works similarly for teachers as well as students. So remember, you're going to the waffle and clicking on Classroom. So I'm here in Google Classroom. You can see that I have a lot of classes now that I have joined as a student to keep track of everything. And then I have my classes that I am a teacher of. So what I wanted to show you is how you can manage your notifications for all of your different classes. So I can click on these three little lines here. This is not the same as settings in your classroom. If I wanted to go to settings in my classroom, I would click here. And then you can see this gear right here. And that's the settings for my classroom. But I'm actually managing the notifications for all of my classrooms. So I can see all of my classrooms here, and I'm clicking on these little lines, and you'll see all of these classrooms I'm a part of now, which is a lot. And all the way down at the bottom, I will see some more settings down here. So another gear that looks similar to the gear that you saw in your individual class. But this is settings for all of your classes. Now, one of the things you might show your students is when they go here, one of the things that they could do is to see what's due right now, or they could see the calendar of assignments, because remember, each classroom that you've created also created its own calendar. So that's another way to get to there. So in these settings that were down at the bottom, there's this notifications right here. Receive email notifications, and I have that toggled on because it gives me a notification when something is due or something like that. Now, me as a teacher, I could turn on if I want comments to the post. Well, yes, I do want your comments. Comments that mentions me, if I have comments on my post, I don't need comments that mentions me because this is comments on all my posts. I also want private comments. Then scrolling down here, classes you're enrolled in. So these are all the classes that I am a student of, and you saw that there was a lot of them. I don't need to know about work from teachers or returned work from teachers or reminders for my work. Now, as a student, you might want to show them how they can turn these things on so that they wouldn't have to have any missing work. They could have that turned on. I'm only going to turn on invitations to join classes as a student. So if you're creating a new classroom, I want to know so that I would get that notifications that I need to accept that from you. Here, classes that I teach. I turn on everything for classes that I teach. I want to see your late submissions or resubmissions. So anything that you're trying out in my practice classes, I want to be able to help you and support you. So I turn that on. Invitations to co-teach. Some people have added me as a co-teacher instead of a student. It doesn't matter, but I want to get the notifications just like here so that I can support you. And scheduled post, published, or failed. I want to know that when I post something to my Google Classroom, it actually published, or that I have something that failed. I really want to see those notifications so that I can remedy those things right away. The class notifications, I can turn email and mobile notifications on or off for a class. And again, you can see I have something for each class. I turned it on for my classrooms so I get those notifications right away, either in my email or mobile, even on my phone. So it's like I want to be able to support you as best I can in our distance learning environment. So I turn on all these notifications. However, for the individual classes that I am a student in to support you, I've turned that part off. I have my comments turned on so I can receive that. But as far as your work that you're posting for students, I'm not monitoring that unless you're reaching out to me for help. So I'm hoping that this will help you turn on and off notifications, but also to help and support your students during this time of distance learning. Have a great day, everyone.